Hi, and welcome to another presentation from your Business Tutor. Learning your way, anytime, anywhere. Creating products which customers love and are willing to pay a top price for is the pinnacle of effective marketing. This is why today's presentation is of so much interest, as it will look at how many businesses use branding to reach this point. Okay, so what are we going to learn in this presentation? Well, first of all, we're going to find out what a branded product is. We're then going on to investigate the advantages and disadvantages of branded products. And then finally, we'll look at own brand products. Okay, let's get started by asking, what is a branded product? A brand describes a product which has a recognised name, image and reputation that differentiates it from all other products in the market and would include names such as Coca-Cola, Red Bull and Apple. In fact, if you think about Coca-Cola in a little more detail, you can very quickly identify the factors that have helped it stand out from other cola drinks. For example, its taste, the red can with the white swoosh, and the iconic Coca-Cola lettering have all assisted it in creating one of the strongest brands in the world. However, and this is a key point, developing a product that pulls together all these factors to create a brand is only part of it. The true challenge of branding is convincing customers to buy into and believe in the brand image created. This, of course, is where advertising and promotion come into play, as a way of persuading and convincing customers of a brand's excellence. Okay, let's now move on to look at the advantages of branding a product. Possibly the main reason for branding is that by giving a product an identity and an image, it helps create customer loyalty. This is because many customers will choose a brand over other products because they connect with or want to be part of the image created. As such, by purchasing the brand, customers will feel good about themselves as they are now part of an image they want to associate with and value. This is a really important point because this process doesn't just build incredibly strong brand loyalty, but also helps a business maintain high sales through repeat purchases. Even better though, because customers are so loyal, they are happy to pay a premium or a higher price for the product because they believe it provides them with greater satisfaction, meaning branded products can generate higher profits. Further still, loyal customers tend to recommend or write positive reviews about brands, which can act as a cheap form of advertising, which, as you might expect, can be really useful as it not only broadens the appeal of the brand amongst other consumers, which will increase sales and market share, but also can help to build a perception of a product which is higher quality or superior to others. In fact, this idea that brands can begin to advertise themselves is an important one, because what it shows is that once a brand is established, its image and reputation talks for itself. This can be really useful because should a business wish to launch a new product, it will be much easier to do, as it will be able to use the brand image it has already created to tap into its existing base of loyal customers, which should help sales. And finally, when a business creates a brand, it can legally protect it by registering trademarks, logos and patents, meaning that competitors cannot use their brand name or copy their product without breaking the law. This is useful as it means unique elements of a brand that make it stand out and which appeal to consumers cannot be copied, meaning customers are more likely to stay loyal to the brand. Okay, let's now move on to the disadvantages of branding a product. One of the main issues related to branding a product is that it is expensive to do. For example, as well as the money that needs to be spent on developing a product with unique features and great packaging, a business will also have to spend heavily on advertising its image, especially when the brand is initially launched, in order to raise customer awareness. However, even once a brand is established, money will still need to be spent on advertising to ensure customers continue to purchase the brand and so that competitors don't steal market share. A second problem with brands is that given much of their success is based on building a certain image and reputation, it means that one mistake by the business can ruin all the hard work that it has taken to cultivate this position. For example, if a brand is built around the concept of environmentalism, and it is then found that when the product is being made, waste materials are being dumped rather than recycled, this would not only tarnish the brand's image, but also many customers who purchased the product because it was environmentally friendly may stop doing so. In fact, this issue can also occur if a famous celebrity who is used to promote the product does something which upsets the brand's customers, as once again this could turn them off to the product. What this shows is that image and reputation are fragile, and a business must be careful how it conveys itself, otherwise its brand could very easily be damaged. Another issue with brands is that they are often reliant upon the fashion trends or the economic climate occurring at any particular point in time. For example, in the clothing industry, changes in fashion can have a hugely positive or negative effect on how certain brands are perceived by the public. And equally, how financially well off people feel also influences their likelihood to purchase brands. In that, during an economic recession, people generally buy fewer brands than when they feel better off. And finally, although brands are often protected through trademarks and patents, it does not stop criminals creating illegal fakes which they then try to sell to customers as the authentic brand. This issue can be a big problem because if customers think the fake product they bought is the real thing, they may start to question the image and quality of the brand, as the fake will be inferior and not as well made. Worse still, if they then go on to tell others that the brand isn't good, its image will be adversely affected, which eventually will impact sales. This is why brands have to spend a considerable amount of money fighting counterfeiting of their product so that their image and reputation is maintained. Nevertheless, although counterfeiting or creating a fake of a brand is illegal, broadly copying the concept, for example, creating a cola drink to compete against Coca-Cola, isn't. Which nicely brings us on to our last question, which is, what is a own brand or own label product? Own brand or own label describes products which are sold using the name of the shop in which they can be bought, rather than the manufacturer that made them. For example, most supermarkets contract manufacturers to produce own brand products on their behalf in areas ranging from soft drinks all the way through to toilet paper. Further still, and as you have probably already worked out, many of these own brand products they sell are cheaper imitations of popular brands. For example, most supermarkets will sell their own brand cola drink as well as Coca-Cola. However, although own brands may be cheaper, this does not mean they are poor quality. In fact, most own brand products will provide a money-back quality guarantee to persuade customers to try them as opposed to the branded equivalent. Given this, it should be clear that own brand products are targeting a certain type of customer who wants good quality but doesn't want to have to pay a premium price for it. In fact, this strategy has proved very successful for own brands, with many of them outselling the branded product they are imitating because they provide such good value for money. Furthermore, as such products are produced quite cheaply, it means that such products also have the potential to be very profitable, even though they are sold at a lower price. Okay, so what did we learn in this presentation? Well, first of all, we found out what a branded product is. We then went on to investigate the advantages and disadvantages of branded products. And then finally, we found out what an own brand product is. There is no doubt that creating branded products has proved successful for a number of businesses. In fact, for some, such as Coca-Cola and Apple, their brands have taken on iconic status. Nevertheless, and as has been shown, maintaining a brand is challenging and should never be taken for granted, because once it has lost its reputational shine, it is incredibly difficult to get it back.